Turn 1 triple negate. What's up YouTube, this is Designer Speeder 22 here, back again, this time with another deck list sharing video. And like I said, I was going to share, in my previous video I was going to share a deck list of my new Junk Synchron Stardust deck profile. And I'm going to show you the combos on how to make that triple negate board that you saw just now in the starting of the preview of the video. So let's get on with the video. So for starters, for our monsters, we run 3 Stardust Synchron. This is a new tuner monster from the new pack, the new Dawn of Majesty pack. So if you don't know what it does, is a level 4 light machine tuner and 1500 attack, 1000 defense. His effect is if you can only use each effect of this card once per turn. First effect is when this card is special summoned, you can add a spell that specifically lists Stardust Dragon in the name from the deck directly to your hand. And the second effect is when you can tribute one monster on your field, special summon this card from your graveyard but banish it when you release the field. So a very new strong level 4 tuner. Definitely want to run 3 copies. So yep. Next, of course, we are running 3 Junk Synchron standard because this card is what starts your place. You don't even need to go through the effect, I'm sure you know what it does. 3 Double Warriors because Double Warrior is good. It functions well with your Junk Synchron and everything else, giving you tuners, your non-tuners. One thing about the Synchron deck is we have a lot of tuners in this deck now, but we don't have much non-tuners, so running 3 Double Warriors is, for me, I find is the best situation. Then 3 Junk Converters. Of course, this is your Junk Synchron Searcher. It's very important. You definitely need to run 3 copies of this thing. Very important, and it's going up in price right now because of Dawn of Majesty. Then we run 1 Jet Synchron, obviously, because it's a level 1 tuner and can summon itself from the graveyard. Very important card as well. Then next we run 1 of the new card. This is Stardust. This is one of the new level 4 non-tuner Stardust monster. So his effect, if you don't know what it does, is same as Stardust Synchron, can only use its effect once per turn. Then if a monster is tributed, you can special summon this card from your hand or graveyard. Then the second effect is when if you use this card as a synchro material, you can special summon 1 Stardust token, level 1 attack and defense is 0. So yep. And when it release the field, it vanishes. It vanishes when it release the field, same as Stardust Synchron, so just 1 copy is enough. Then 1 of the new level 1 tuner. This is Converging Wishes Dragon. So it's a level 1, light, attack 0, defense 0. So his effect is when you draw this card, either by card effect or by normal draw phase, you can reveal to your opponent, special summon it. Then if you do, special summon 1 dragon, level 1 dragon monster directly from your deck. So yes, this card makes you become your shooting Majestic Star Dragon or your Saber Star Dragon if you're running that. And he can only be used as a synchro material for Majestic synchro monster. So yeah, just 1 copy will do. We have a way to bring it out later. So 1 copy of Brotar. The Brotar's effect is you only can spend 1 each effect once per turn. If a monster is destroyed on your field either by battle or by card effect, you can spend some of this card from your hand. Then if you do, you can target 1 monster on your field, discard 1 card, then add 1 monster from your deck to your hand equal that is the same element as the monster that you targeted. So you already can see where I'm going with this combo already, the element stuff. So if you don't know, I will show it to you, the combo later. So 1 Satellite Synchron, obviously very good tuner from the tourist pack. The one that my playmat is, the cover is my playmat picture, so it's very important tuner. 1 Cubot Hedgehog, why wouldn't you run Keyboard Hedgehog? It's a free non-level 2 tuner. If you can throw in the Graveyard, even better. It's a free special summon. And of course, you can play Nubia without hand traps. So of course, we are going to run 2 Ash. I don't find I need to play 3. You can play 3 if you want to, but I find 2 is enough. 2 Maxis. Maxi is good, always good. And 1 Nibiru, the primal beam. Of course, Nibiru, very important to stop. Let's say if you play against a mirror match with hardly you see, or any deck that summons more than 5 times, you can just Nibiru him. But normally you will just use him for one other card, which I'm going to review later. So these are the monsters. Now let's go on to the spells. We play 3 tuning, obviously your Synchron Searcher, just in case you don't have Converter, just in case you don't have anything else that can search out your Synchrons, any muse or top card of the deck. So you might never know, you might let's say you don't have a Converter in your hand, you can just use this, search your young Synchron, then you Mew a level 2, yeah, you can continue playing your combos. So 3 copies. And of course we run 2 copies of Caught by the Grave to stop your opponent from blocking you with Ash Blossom, Maxi, anything. This card is your lifesaver. Too bad it's at 2 copies now. If you could play at 3, you will definitely play 3, because Synchron cannot afford for their stuff to get stopped. Once their combos get stopped, the whole deck is dead. So that's why we run 2 copies. Oh, just a reminder, this is an OCG list. I know Caught by the Grave is at 1 in TCG, so do take note of that. Then we run 2 Crossout Designator, another lifesaver card. The reason why you want to run Nibiru in this deck, just in case your opponent Nibiru's you can use this to banish the Nibiru away, or any other hand trap that stops you. So 2 copies. You can play 3 if you want, but I find 2 copies enough. Then now we're going to our one-offs. We have a lot of one-offs. We have 1 Monster Reborn, 1 Rota, 1 Happy Feather Duster, 1 1-for-1, 1 Foolish Barrier. These are all the cards that are limited to 1, and definitely you will be running all of them in the deck. No need to explain why you run any of these in the deck, especially 1-for-1, Foolish Barrier, Rota, Monster Reborn, Happy Feather Duster to clear spell and trap cards if you go second. So, yep. Standard. Then for other spells, we run 1. If I don't know, this is called Emergency Synchro. So why we run this is because whenever you would synchro summon a junk, Stardust, or warrior synchro monster, your opponent cannot react to the synchro summon. That means, when you activate an effect, your opponent cannot react to the effect. So technically, it's super poly for synchros. And so basically, when you synchro summon a junk, warrior, or Stardust monster and you activate this effect, your opponent cannot chain to the effect. So no hand traps, no activation, no counter traps even. So it's really good. Then the second effect is whenever you synchro summon, you can special summon 1 of the synchro material. Synchro summon a junk, warrior, or Stardust synchro monster, you can special summon 1 of the materials used for a synchro summon. So yep, that's the reason why we run this card. This card is really important. I mean, it's not that important, but if you can have it in your hand, you activate it, whenever you synchro summon your junk or warrior stuff, your opponent cannot react to anything. So it's just basically a protection to make sure that your plays do not get interrupted. So just 1 copy is enough, and it's searchable too because it is Stardust in your name. Yeah, you can search it out. So 1 Black Garden. You should know why I'm running this. Because of 1 card in the extra deck, I'm gonna show you later why. 1 Pause Avarice. So return 5, draw 2. Why not? Pause. This is a synchron deck after all. And for 1 new spells, we play 1 of the new continuous spell. So its effect is if you activate. Its effect is you can usually use each effect of this card once per turn. Then and only once that turn. So when you activate this, you can add from the deck to your hand one. When you activate this, you can add level 1 dragon monster from your deck and put it on top of your top deck. Then the second effect is you can only use each effect once per turn and only once per turn. If you synchro summon, first effect you can draw 1. Second effect is you can summon one tuner monster from your hand. So this card triggers your Converging Wishes Dragon. So let's say you activate this, you pop Wish Converging Dragon. You build your opponent, special summon it, then you special summon a level 1 dragon from your deck. So yep, it's a one copy of it, and we run one of the new spell. This is Stardust Illuminate. So his effect is you can send a Stardust monster from the deck directly to your graveyard. Then second effect is you can banish this card from your graveyard. Target one Stardust monster on your field. Increase or decrease the level by 1. So yeah, so this is basically your second foolish barrier of the deck, and you will definitely want to throw your Stardust trio from your deck to your graveyard. So yep, 1 copies. And last but not least, we do run 1 trap card. And what other trap card to run other than Infinite Impermanence? This card stops you from doing plays and stops your opponent from doing plays as well. So, and the reason why you run 1 copy only is because most of the time you were going to cross up designated this card. Either way, you won't be using this at all unless you can draw it out and you set it during your first turn. So yeah, just 1 copy of Infinite Impermanence. So that is the main deck. Let's go on to the extra deck. For the extra deck, we run 1 copy of Shooting Majestic Star Dragon or Shooting Saber Star Dragon. So this is the new cover card of the Dawn of Majesty. If you don't know what it does, it's basically a win level 11. Yes, level 11, and it's a Dragon Synchro. Its effect is its synchro requirement is Majestic Dragon and plus one or more non-tuner monsters, including a Dragon Synchro monster. Yes, it says a non-tuner Dragon Synchro monster. So you have to use a non-tuner Dragon Synchro monster in order to summon this, plus a non-tuner and Majestic Dragon to summon him, or you can just use a Majestic Dragon and a non-tuner Dragon Synchro monster to summon him out. So yes, so his first effect is you can target 1 monster your opponent controls, negates the effect until the end of the turn. So same like the old Majestic Star Dragon, except Majestic Star Dragon copies the effect and instead of just negating it, but this time he just negates it, but it's still a very good effect. And second effect is when this card can make an additional attack up to the number of Stardust Dragon or Stardust Dragon Synchro monster, or any Synchro monster that has Stardust Dragon listed specifically in their name. So what does that mean? So for example, if you use a Stardust Dragon to Synchro summon him out, so he can make 2 attacks because he gains an additional attack for a Stardust Dragon or a Stardust Dragon specifically named Synchro monster in the graveyard. If you use Shooting Star Dragon or if you use Majestic Star Dragon, he can make additional 2 attacks, so he's attacking with 4000 plus 3 attacks. That's very strong. Then the last effect is whenever your opponent activates a card effect, you can use his effect, negate the activation, and if you do, banish this card and banish that card until the end phase. So he does return during the end phase. So very strong Omni Negate, one of the most powerful Synchro monsters I would dare to say, if you manage to bring it out. So very strong. 1 copy. You just need 1. Unless you plan to, if you can make a second one, then obviously you play more. Then we run 1 Saber Star Dragon or Majestic Star Dragon. So I don't need to go through him. The reason why you run him is because you can bring him out easily from the deck anyway. And oh, I forgot to mention one thing. Because of a continuous spell, he has one more effect. Is neither players can return a Saber Star Dragon or Majestic Synchro monster from on the field back to the extra deck, because in the past Saber Star Dragon has to return to the extra deck during the end phase, but you special summon a Star Dragon from the graveyard. So thanks to this spell, he stays on the field permanently. So instead of normally unless you use his effect to tribute to negate and destroy all cards your opponent controls. So yeah, just one copy. And of course we run the big boy himself, Cosmic Blazer Dragon. This guy is good. He's a Shooting Quasar 2.0, but much better for now, I find, because he can negate everything. He negates summoning, he negates activation, he negates battle and ends the battle phase, which is even really, really strong. But sadly, he doesn't summon anything out if let's say he leaves the field. Unlike Quasar summons you a free Shooting Star Dragon if Shooting Quasar leaves the field. But this, I still find this better because this just negates everything. It's very, very, very easy to bring out in the deck anyway. So yeah. So one copy of Shooting Star Dragon. So of course, since you're running Shooting Majestic Star, why not run one Shooting Star Dragon instead? You can choose not to run him, but I want to run him because nostalgia. I love Shooting Star Dragon. Oh, but don't be fooled. This is not the prismatic rarity. I'm not that lucky to get one. This is the extra secret rare from the rarity collection. So yeah, I'm not that rich anyway. So just one Shooting Star, and of course one copy of Stardust Synchron. Of course, you will definitely run this is a Stardust deck after all, but just one copy is enough. I saw people running two, but I find one copy of Stardust Synchron is enough for me. I don't need that many. And of course, we run one copy of Crystal Wing Synchro Dragon. This card is just good. Like, there's no reason, if you're playing a Synchro deck and you can easily summon level 8, there's no reason why you will not run one copy of Crystal Wing Synchro Dragon. This guy is just so good. He negates monsters, he gets over any level 5 or higher monster. Nothing can beat this, nothing level 5 or higher can beat this guy. This is just good. It's just good. Just play it. It's just so strong. Then we run one copy of this is Satellite Warrior. So the reason why I want one copy of him is because he's an interaction during your opponent's turn. So if you can summon him during your opponent's turn, he's just gonna wipe out your opponent's whole board because he's such a good card. But you won't really summon him that much unless you're in trouble. Then you cannot set up your negation board. Then you just have to use him to pop the opponent's stuff. So yeah, just one copy will do. Then we run one Moonlight Rose Dragon. So why you run one copy? Why you run her is because he's a level 7. In Synchro decks, mostly you would like to have Synchro monsters with different levels so that you can easily summon. You can like play around with your extra net monster and summon them out. So yes, why I do not want Black Rose Dragon is because I do not want to blow up my whole field. Black Rose Dragon is good and all, but I just don't want to blow up my whole field. She bounces stuff whenever your opponent summons a level 5 or higher monster, and when you synchro summon her, you can bounce one card your opponent controls. So yeah, just one copy will do. Then we run one Stardust Charged Warrior. Why wouldn't you run him in a Synchron deck? He's a free draw, and yeah, he's a level 6, so quite a good level and a free draw. The main thing you will play is because of the free draw. Then one XL Synchron. Why won't you run him as well? He's a Synchro tuner, plus he's a Foolish Barrier as well, and he can change level according to the Synchro monster you throw from the deck to the graveyard. And you can either increase or decrease, but most probably you're gonna decrease the level anyway. But he's a good level, he's a level 5, and he has the formula Synchron effect. You can synchro summon during your opponent's turn, so just one copy will do. Then of course the main guy you will summon in this extra deck, Junk Speeder. One copy will do. So definitely this is your first Synchro monster you will go to every single time you play this deck. There's no reason you will not go into anything else for your first Synchro summon other than Junk Speeder. And he gets you all your tuner monsters on the field, and he's a non-tuner as well, so he starts your play. But like I said, if this card's summoning gets negated or anything, the whole deck is dead. So make sure when you summon this, make sure you have your protection or anything. If not, you're just gonna lose. So 1 copy of TG Hyper Librarian. Of course, why wouldn't you run this card? This card is just bonkers in this deck. Anytime your opponent or you synchro summon, you draw 1, there's no reason not to run this card. This card is so good. If we were at 3, we will play 3 right now, but sadly it's limited to 1, and for good reason, because by right there was a time it was at 2, but 2 is just too good. There's no reason to put it at 2, so just 1 is enough. Then because we run Maiden of Black Rose, of course, why wouldn't you run this card? This card is just good as well, and he gives you a free few spell search when you synchro summon him, and he can bring back any dragon or plant synchro monster from your graveyard. So 1 copy. Then we have 1 copy of Marshall. Marshall is your technically your backup plan if let's say your junk speeder, you lose your junk speeder or anything. And he's a level 3, so like I said, if a synchro deck, you must have like different levels to synchro summon whatever you want. So 1 copy of Marshall. And last but not least, 1 copy of Formula Synchron. Of course, synchro deck. Formula Synchron, not in a synchron deck. It's not called a synchron deck. You have to at least run 1 copy of Formula Synchron. It's just that good. Synchro summon, draw 1, synchro summon during your opponent's turn. What is better than this? So yes, 1 copy of Formula Synchron. So that is the deck profile. I hope you guys enjoy. So I'll be going through one of the combo pieces that you can do during when you play this deck. So it's just a 2-card combo, so I'll be right back and I'll show you the combo. Alright guys, so we're going to start off with the combo. All we need for the combo is just 2 cards. It's just 1 converter and 1 tuner monster. Doesn't have to be Stardust Synchron, but the reason why I picked Stardust Synchron is just in case you need your other tuners to be in the deck, then it's better not to draw them out. So all we need to do is discard the converter and the Stardust Synchron to the graveyard. Search out your Junk Synchron. Then you're gonna summon the Junk Synchron. Special summon back the converter. Level 2, level 3, synchro summon. Level 5, Junk Speeder, of course. Why not? Once you summon your Junk Speeder, you chain 1, then chain 2 converter. So this is very important. Do take note of this. So if you prop Junk Speeder chain 1 and Junk Speeder chain 2, and if you prop Junk Converter chain 1, your opponent is able to negate the converter. So do not misplay. So please do the correct move. So chain 1 Junk Speeder, chain 2 Junk Converter. So your opponent has to negate the converter because he cannot negate the speeder because the speeder is a chain 1 and you cannot jump chains. So yep. So we're gonna prop 2 chain 1, chain 2. Converter will bring back our Junk Synchron that we used to summon it. Then speeder, we're just gonna bring out our level 1 Jet Synchron, our level 2 Satellite Synchron, our level 3 Junk Synchron, and our level 4 Stardust Synchron. So 1 of each. Then Stardust Synchron effect will search up our continuous spell and add it to the hand, but we're not going to activate it first. The problem now is we have too many tuners and 1 non-tuner, so we need to get rid of our tuner monsters first. So we're going to sync our level 5 Speeder and our level 5 Jet Synchron to summon our level 6 Stardust Charge Warrior. Stardust Charge Warrior will let him draw 1 card. Then we activate our continuous spell right now to put our Converging Vicious Dragon on top of our deck. Then we're going to sync our Stardust Charge Warrior and our level 2 Satellite Warrior to make level 8. Our level 8, and we're going to bring out, this is your choice. You can either bring out Stardust Dragon or you can bring out Crystal Wing Synchro Dragon, up to you. I would personally prefer Crystal Wing because Crystal Wing guarantees your safety, just in case your opponent decides to hand trap you or anything, monster hand trap you or anything. So Crystal Wing is a better option. So our continuous spell will prop, drawing 1 card, and we drew the Converging Vicious Dragon, reveal to your opponent, special summon it out. Then when you special summon out, you can special summon your level 1 Brotar from the deck. Brotar effect, target monster on your field, discard 1 card, add 1 card with the same element as that monster, as the monster you targeted. So we're gonna target Dark, so that we can add our level. You can discard one card, add our level 2 Doppel Warrior from the deck to your hand. So once with that settled, we're gonna sync away our level 1 Brotar and our level 4 Stardust Synchron away to synchro summon our level 5 Techinus Hyper Librarian. Yes, our draw power is here, so this is where the fun begins. So now we have to bring this guy out. So how are we gonna bring it out? Very simple. Tribute one junk synchron on your field, or any monster except for these 3, because we need these 3. Special summon back our Stardust Synchron from the grave, and since the monster special summon from the grave, special summon your Doppel Warrior. So we're gonna seed our level 2 Doppel Warrior, our level 8 Crystal Wing Synchro Dragon, our level 1 Converging Vicious Dragon to make it level 11 to synchro summon out our boss monster, Shooting Majestic Star Dragon. Yes, so our first Omni Negate is out, and Hyper Librarian will let us draw 1 card, so very nice. Then, since we use Doppel Warrior to one thing to take note, please summon him in the extra monster zone. Do not summon him in the main monster zone. If you do, you're gonna misplay. Your Doppel tokens will not pop up. So Doppel Warrior effect will summon 2 tokens. Then we're gonna sync one of the token with level 4 Stardust Synchron. Stardust Synchron will be banished. Do take note of that. To summon our Maiden Rose. The Maiden Rose effect, Hyper Library effect will pop chain 1, then chain 2, so you search our few spell first, then we draw 1 card. Then we're gonna discard 1 card from our graveyard, from our hand to the graveyard to spawn back our Jet Synchron. So we're gonna use that last token that we use summon with Doppel Warrior and synchro summon it with Jet Synchron. That Synchron will be banished to synchro summon our Formula Synchron. So Hyper Librarian draw 1, Formula Synchron draw 1. So we already drew 3 cards. That's very strong. So next we're gonna sync our Hyper Librarian, our Maiden, and our Formula Synchron to synchro summon level 12 Cosmic Blazer Dragon. This is our second Omni Negate, and the thing that negates anything. So yes, we have 2 negates now. Now we're gonna need the last negate. So how are we gonna summon the last negate? Very simple. By banishing our Rose Maiden, special summon back our Crystal Wing Synchro Dragon from the grave. So yep, this is our turn 1 field. We have our triple negates and a Jet Junk Synchro to protect you, just in case your opponent manages to your opponent beats out your 2 negates. Then you are left with Crystal Wing negates, and somehow he manages to destroy the Crystal Wing. You still have a Junk Synchro to protect you from being OTK'd or anything, but I don't believe your opponent is able to OTK you after you negate 3 of his stuff, so 2 Omni Gates and 1 Monster Negate. So by right, in normal games, if you summon these 3, your opponent is going to lose unless he plays a God deck and he manages to use a God Wrath egg mode and just tribute your 3 monsters to summon him out. So other than that, this deck is not afraid of anything. Once you summon these 3 out, your opponent is normally dead. He can't do anything. So yep, this is the combo that I figured out. I'm sure you can figure out more combos by yourself. I will definitely be playtesting the deck more to figure out more combos. So yep, this is my deck. I hope you guys enjoy my deck profile of my junk Stardust Synchron deck and the combo that I've shown you today. So so if you like what you see, please do like and subscribe to my channel for more videos from me. Thank you guys so much for watching. This is Jason Undisputed 22 signing off.